Okay, so today, this is my good friend Jen, and she's like been brave enough to be put on camera to have a treatment done, so thank you. She is the big 50, but it's okay because like 50 is the new 40, right? Or in your case, the new 35. But she does need a little bit, and one of the things that I noticed on Jen, this is why I wanted her to be a model, is she has a lot more volume loss in her left cheek than she does her right. Whether it's just genetics or that she sleeps, favors that side. So go ahead without smiling. And I don't know if you can really see that on camera, but it's pretty significant that she's got more volume loss here. And really doesn't need much over there. So what I'm going to do is 3/4 of a syringe on this side and a 1/4 syringe on that side. So why this is important is when you're going and having these procedures done, it's not a black and white scenario. So a lot of injection specialists will be able to look at somebody and really make sure symmetry and look for things like this before they start injecting, okay? So here we go. She's prepped and everything's alcohol and numb, and this is her first time doing dermal fillers, so I always like to pick those types. Okay, close your eyes. All right. Okay, stay nice and still. So I'm going to do a little restoration. Here's a poke. I'm using Restylane Defyne. Good. And now you hear that little gurgling, that's just the product going through the needle. So I'm putting in a little in that apple of the cheek. Good. And the numbing in the syringe, the lidocaine in the syringe is going to start, and that's going to help. You're doing good. So popping that little apple out a little bit. And pulling it up. I'm going to go up and back. And you're doing good. A newbie. And I'm going to get a little bit more up here. I'm choosing Restylane Defyne because she does need a little bit of volume restoration, but not much. So I don't want to pick a product that's too hydrophilic. You're doing good. See, most of my work is done underneath the skin, so I don't feel like I have to poke a bunch of times. Put in those little layers. And I'm going to give her a little break, and I'm going to do a little massaging. That's about a half a syringe, and I plan on doing 3/4 of a syringe here and a 1/4 of a syringe right there on that side. How you doing so far?
Great.
Did you hear that little crackling sound?
Barely.
That's usually there. Yeah.
Just a little.
And then pain from 0 to 10, 10 being the worst, what would you say that pain?
Oh, 0.
0?
Yeah.
Not even a 1 or a 2?
No.
That's people's fear, is that it's going to hurt.
Yep.
Good. You're doing great. Okay, so that looks good. Stand back, take. Oh my gosh, already such a difference. So now I'm going to come right here and need to do a little bit of restoration right there. Here we go. Good. So the big deal on this one is balancing her face from her right to her left. But not needing much. Good job. Okay, so that's 3/4 of a syringe. The other thing I'm going to do, because it's her birthday, we're going to be doing a little Botox in the middle here. Oh, apologize, I'm going to be using Dysport. So Dysport in the middle here, we're going to be using 75 units, which is like 25 units of Botox. And then we're also going to be using some Dysport around the eyes. It's 30 units. And here's a little poke. And this is going to help widen out her eyes. And poke. Giving her a nice, refreshed look when this kicks in. Help pick up her eyes a little bit. Help pick up the middle part of her brow. And I love it. Okay, so we're going to do the right side now, and literally I'm only going to do a 1/4 of a syringe on her little baby right cheek because she hardly needs it, just right there. She got a little indent, and we're going to match it perfectly to the left side that I've already done. Okay, so close your eyes. And here's a poke. Just a little restoration right here. I'm going to take it up and back. And then we're going to finish Jen's little mini makeover by doing Dysport in between her eyebrows and then doing the Dysport around her eyes on this side. And go a little bit right there. So you don't need a lot to make a big difference. Right. Very good. And it's all about creating symmetry and balance. And, you know, obviously what's optimal for, you know, the individual face. Right. There we go. That's great. Okay. A little Dysport in between your eyebrows. Poke. Good. And then bring it down like you're mad. Be mad at me. Look at those little guys. Okay, go ahead and relax. Poke. Oh, there we go. Right. One more in the middle. Okay. Good. Hi. Last but not least, we're going to do the Dysport around her eyes. I like all of them. Dysport, Botox, Xeomin. I do think Dysport kicks in a little bit quicker. Here's a poke. But think of them as like Pepsi versus Coke. There we go. One more. Voila. Beautiful. And that'll absorb. Those are just a little fluid. And next week we'll take her after pick and see the final results. What you're doing? Okay, we're done. We're done with Jen's makeup. Okay, the unicorns will go down. Okay, I promise you that. Don't worry, it's all fine. Just lick it. Just lick it. It's fine. Her little makeover is complete. Yay. It'll look better in a week. Here's Jen's before pics, and using one syringe of Defyne and Dysport between her eyebrows and around her eyes. Here's her final results 1 week later. Gorgeous little lady.